start. I'm not sentimental, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Makes me wanna take a picture.
So it's no secret that I've been spotty with my consistency on YouTube and the podcast and my fitness routine and a few other things. Today we are talking about self-discipline, but before we can work on self-discipline, we need to know what is self-discipline. Google says the ability to control one's feelings and overcome one's weaknesses, the ability to pursue what one thinks is right despite temptations to abandon it, which is understandable, but sometimes things are hard. It's easy to continue to do things that you're good at, and that's what we call the flow. So the flow is the melting together of action and consciousness, and flow is used as a coping skill for stress and anxiety when productively pursuing a form of leisure that matches one's skill set. Girly, we're getting this off of Google, so hopefully that's correct. But what about tasks that are outside of your skill set? That's where self-discipline comes in. I can give you guys a list of things that I've given up on: ballet, aerial silks. I wanted to be a figure skater really bad at the start of the year, learning how to do acrylic nails. Still have all the stuff and I don't know how to do it. Why am I not putting in the effort to continue to learn these things? A ton of people know how to do ballet. Well, ballet was in 5th grade, but a ton of people know how to figure skate or do acrylic nails. Why were those tasks not worth me putting the effort into to commit to learning? For years in my head, I would just tell myself, why struggle with something if I could just not? My mom would always tell me that I'll never learn how to push through and persevere, but there's situations in my life where I've had to persevere and I've had no choice. So I thought that that was good enough for me. But with all of these things and all of these lessons, I've really learned that a new project may sound fun, but holding yourself accountable doesn't, and that is where most of us struggle with self-discipline. So back in December, I used to work at this super toxic company with this toxic manager, and she was obsessed with losing weight, but she refused to go to the gym or do any sort of like actual working out besides going on walks around the neighborhood. And one woman came into the store and she looked amazing. I only eat this, this, and this. I do this, this, and this workout. And for fun, because I like to do something that's active, that's also fun, I do belly dancing. And she was like, well, how do you do it? How do you find the time? She's like, oh, I'm just very disciplined with myself. I heard that and I was like, oh my God, girl, you have no discipline. You have no discipline. How come that lady could do it where she has 2 kids, owns a business, and she also has time to work out, eat right, and then also do a fun physical activity on the side when all you do is this? That store closed at 7 o'clock. I had more than enough time to do those things if I had wanted to, but I kept telling myself that I couldn't. And when she said, oh, I just have really a ton of discipline, the next day I was up at 4 a.m. And I did that for a week straight. And then I got into my car accident, which I would say is a pretty good reason to fall off, but then I never hopped back on again. As I restart all of my journeys, which may not be a good idea to restart all of them at once, the YouTube, the podcast, and the fitness all at once. Life waits for no one. So what are we doing to get back on the horse? Step 1, I'm defining my goals with clarity. What is it that I want to achieve? Is it achievable? Can I measure my success? Am I putting a time limit on my success? It's very easy to say, I want to lose 5 pounds. What time frame are you giving yourself to lose 5 pounds? I want to get to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year, because you can set that goal, but if you don't have a tangible time frame on when you want that goal to start or end, you could claim that you're working on that goal forever and you just haven't reached it yet, but you might not be putting in the full effort to get to that goal if you don't have a real time frame for it, you know? 2 years ago, I said I'd be at 10,000 subscribers. I did nothing to make sure that that happens. Never been consistent a day in my life, but we're changing that. So I wrote down my goal. I want 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That doesn't seem extremely hard. I have 6 months left of the year and I'm already at 3,000, right? What is that? Another 1,800 or so more? But I've been working on my YouTube channel for years and I'm only at 3,000. So let's say 5,000 by the end of the year is an achievable goal for me. You have to be honest about your limitations. I know that if I want to get up at 5 in the morning every day to go to the gym, I can't be hitting snooze. I know that that's one thing that holds me back, is that I love to hit snooze. I have the app Alarmy, and it's a wonderful app for waking up, but there's a snooze on. So I need to find a alarm clock, a physical alarm clock, and put it across the room. That used to work so well for me. But somehow, I broke that alarm clock. I broke that alarm clock, but it was a method that worked for me. So I have to be honest about my limitations. I want to work out 5 days a week, but I have to look at my work schedule and see, does the timing line up with when I can go to work? I have to sit down and schedule. And if you guys would like, I can make a full video on how I do my monthly calendar, how I do my weekly calendars, and how I keep myself on track that way. Another area I've been lacking in self-discipline, well, another area where I'm working on self-discipline is my spending. Girl, I've been listening to so much Caleb Hammer. I'm even on his email list. There is this sale going on at Forever 21 right now, at least the one by me, where all of their clearance is $5 or less. And the restraint that I've had to have to stay in my house and not go to the mall, I should be rewarded for that by at least going to the mall and picking out one thing. $5 are left for everything in their clearance. Everything in their clearance. Their clearance jewelry, 90% off. But I've had to have the self-discipline to say, girly, you know you have financial goals. You know you can't ball out at Forever 21 knowing damn well you've got a folder full of parking tickets that you need to pay. Yeah, y'all, I'm still going through it. Keep out for Clean My Apartment While I Complain Part 2, because I'm still going through it with them damn parking tickets. But that's a big area where I struggle, because I love a sweet treat. I love a treat yourself, but we need to have limits on treat ourselves. Maybe not as far as Caleb goes. Like, I can keep my Spotify, but I can already hear him in my head saying, like, you need to sacrifice for your goals. Maybe I don't need to go to Forever 21 and ball out. Maybe I don't need to go to the movies. Maybe I don't need to get Chinese food because I have groceries in the fridge. Maybe we need to make better financial choices. And that is where I struggle with self-discipline. But we're working on it because we're all works in progress and we can all be a wee bit better. I want to eat healthy. I need to not keep cash in the house because I have a pizza place right there and a Chinese place right there and a corner store that has every snack in the world. Another thing that's really been helping me with my self-discipline is prioritizing my goals. Right now, using my free time is for filming and editing. I use my Google Planner to prioritize my time because I don't want to say, I'll film a video on Sunday, and then 8 p.m. Sunday comes and I'm like, well, I can still film. I'm a beauty YouTuber. I know damn well I'm not going to want to put makeup on my face at 8 p.m., which is kind of what hindered me from filming yesterday. Another thing I do is have accountability partners. I use Ashley and Shira as my accountability partner. For a while last summer, Ashley and I were actually working out together, but we text each other just to keep each other up on our goals, right? Shira wants to pour more into her candle business, so we text her, where are the new scents? When are we getting new scents? What's going on with your project? They'll text me, you need to vlog, why aren't you vlogging? Pick up your camera. Y'all are waiting on videos for me. And my friends are saying film. I don't want to hang out with you if you're not filming. We need to get that vlog up. We need to get your channel consistent. Like, all right, okay, guys, all right. I'm gonna do it. And then my final tip is reward yourself. My favorite thing right now that's keeping me super productive with cleaning my house, there's a name for the method that I can't remember right now, but it's 25 on and 5 off. I'll clean the house for 25 minutes and then I get a 5-minute break. And then that seems kind of hard when the age of social media, where you have your phone and you want to check what's going on, or you have your watch. But in the beginning, I'm like, I can't lie, I do kind of shame myself through the process. I'm like, okay, in the beginning, girl, we just started. Midway through, it's like, we're already halfway through, we might as well finish. Towards the end, I'm like, girl, we're at the end. Just do your last little 5 minutes. And then I get to reward myself for 5 minutes by sitting down before we start back up again. And usually I can only go through like 3 or 4 rounds of 25 minutes on before I'm done with everything. I live in a studio. My place is not that big. But there are times where I've completely didn't need to use that method and just kept working through. Or when I was using that method, I'm like, I'm in the middle of the dishes. I'm not gonna take my 5 minutes. I'm just gonna finish the whole kitchen. I need to come to terms with the fact that average consistency is better than sporadic perfection. And if I can do this much a day, I don't need to be perfect every single day. But putting a little bit of effort is better than nothing. And if that's where you need to start to get yourself more disciplined and get us rolling on whatever ball you need to get rolling on, it's the summertime. Let's get out there and do what we gotta do. And if no one's got you, I got you, because we are taking this journey together, girl. So I will see you guys next time.